Good afternoon. My name's Larry Klayman, as you know. I'm here to talk to you about a very serious matter. The Democratic Party, which has literally become inhabited by the devil, and its titular head, of course, we're not sure exactly what head is screwed on our alleged president, Joe Biden, has become the enemy of children in a number of respects. Just this morning, it was announced that Biden is in effect ordering the pharmaceutical companies to dilute the COVID-19 vaccine so it can be administered to children over the age of 5. We don't know the short, medium, and long-term effects. Many people have died. In fact, just in the last few days, former Secretary of State Colin Powell, black, and also someone who allegedly died of COVID-19, succumbed to COVID-19. In fact, these vaccines appear to be essentially worthless. Many people who have gotten the vaccines have now gotten COVID-19. So you got to ask yourself this question. Why would anyone, an adult, much less a child, take this vaccine when, frankly, it appears not even to work to any great extent? And then you're going to have to take it over and over again, keep pumping that stuff into your system, because even Pfizer has admitted it only lasts 8 months. And if Pfizer says it's working only for 8 months, then in fact it's probably a lot less. Secondly, the Democratic Party, with no Republican opposition really to speak of, is now propagating in schools that white people are racists from birth, critical race theory. Our kids are being indoctrinated and being told that they're racist, that they should be ashamed of who they are. Everybody's equal in this country. Black, white, yellow, green, or blue. This is not something that should be pushed upon children. Then, a homosexual, lesbian, gay, transgender agenda is also being pushed in schools. Kids are being told that this is normal. Well, you know what? These people deserve to live in peace. They deserve their rights. No one wants to harm them. If you can be whatever you want to be, but don't push it on people and don't indoctrinate children. That's what the Democrats are wanting to do, and this is what they're doing. It's to the point where if your child comes home from school and he says, I want to be a transgender, as I heard on the NPR just a few weeks ago, you can take him to a surgeon and Obamacare will pay for the operation. That's where we are. Next, killing hundreds of millions of unborn children. That's murder. The Democrats stand for that. In fact, the current governor of Virginia says it's even okay that if you try to give someone an abortion and the child accidentally is born, you can kill him right after birth. These people should be put away and thrown in the slammer. This is the state of the nation today. And then, of course, we have violent crime, defunding the police. That's affecting the children in the schools and every place else. And this is why the Republican Party, as corrupt as it is, needs to be left in the ash heap of history as well. How many emails do you get every day asking for more money? They couldn't reform Obamacare when they controlled government. They couldn't balance the budget when they controlled government. They didn't give the clarion call to the American people when their leaders got national security briefings and they knew what was going to happen in Afghanistan under Joe Biden. They were happy to have it happen. You see them on TV. Look at Jason Chaffetz on Fox News smiling, and the rest of them. A smirk by Tom Cotton, Senator Tom Cotton, over what happened in Afghanistan, as if they really care. Well, they care because they think that's going to give them control of the House of Representatives, Senate, and the presidency. I got news for them. They couldn't win dog catcher. And that is why we need to declare independence again, to form a new government, to form new political parties. I intend to do that separately from Freedom Watch, the New American Independence Party. We should have more, not less. We don't want a monopoly. I'm an old antitrust lawyer that helped break up AT&T. Hopefully not that old. But we need to rise up. The American people don't need to keep taking it from these despots that control us, including the federal judges who got their job through political campaign contributions and other forms of so-called legalized bribery, who rubber stamp what the people that got them on the bench want. We need a new legal system. We need judges elected, not appointed. We need to remove immunity from government officials. We need new political parties. We need a new capital. Take it out of Washington. Frankly, it's in a swamp. It has a putrid odor to it. I know. I spent almost 25 years there. Let's take it somewhere else and start anew. We will not be aggressive. We will not be physical. We will not be violent. We will do what we think is right. We will do what we think is the appropriate thing to do in the name of the Lord and His Son. So rise up, fellow Americans. When the Democrats, literally inhabited by the devil, and the Republicans, which have become a corrupt racketeering enterprise to raise money and to be reelected, are in control of your lives, and in particular your children's lives, it's time to move on. That's my message. I'll be back tomorrow with another YouTube podcast. Until then, thank you for listening to me.